What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are all enjoying your evening. I do want to do a little bit of a lesson, a little bit of a trade recap on Shopify. I do want to show you guys a very simple strategy that you can use for day trading, that you can use for scalping. It's going to require two things: the simple period moving average and the 5-minute time frame. I'm going to show you how extremely easy it is. Now, are you going to catch every single play? Of course not. Shopify was one that a stock that I was not watching today, just due to the fact that I was waiting for it to break a little bit higher levels from the macro picture. Okay. Volume was down. This is also a holiday weekend. I wasn't trying to get caught chasing a stock into low volume. However, Shopify, when I went back, it presented one of the most amazing, cleanest setups that you probably could have taken. This gave a clean setup. Tesla gave a clean setup, as well as Amazon. I'm going to show you guys how you can implement the 20 period moving average, the 5-minute time frame, and show you guys what you can do and how easy it is to get in on this play. And I'm going to show you where your risk would be. So this strategy is going to require this purple line, which is the 20 period moving average. Like I said, the 5-minute time frame. What we are looking for here is the stock to be trading underneath the 20 period moving average. Okay, that's first things first. We're looking for it to be trading underneath the 20 period moving average. It can be trading at the 20 period moving average sideways. Okay, meaning it can be trading here and kind of chopping up and down. That's okay. But I would prefer if we were trading under the 20 period moving average. Okay. So first things first, you can see here 6:30 a.m. On Pacific Standard Time, 6:45 a.m. We are still trading underneath the 20 period moving average. Okay. It's not till this candle here around 6:50-ish that we close over the 20 period moving average. This is our setup. Okay. All you're looking for is one thing: trade under the 20 period moving average, first close, or a close over the 20 period moving average. Okay. Now we're starting to get excited about this trade. Two ways we can enter this trade. We can enter this trade as soon as we get confirmation of the top price or the top wick. The choice is yours. I like to use the top wick. You can use the top candle, to each his own. So in this case, let's just use the top wick. We do get a break on this next candle. Okay, we do get a break. You would take entry here. We do get a little bit of consolidation here, and now we get our first little pullback. Okay, it's a time like this, entering this type of trade, especially on a stock like Shopify. You enter here, we push higher, and automatically you see it start to roll over. Your contracts immediately start to go negative. Rest assured that, you know, as long as we don't close below the 20 period moving average, this trade is still on. Okay. So our risk is going to be any close below the 20 period moving average on the 5-minute time frame. Okay. We have to give this trade enough room to work. However, if it does fail, let's say this red candle does come down here and close here, we have to be disciplined and you have to exit your trade. I don't really give a fuck if you think the trade is coming back. I don't really care if you think it's going to chop around and scream higher. I don't care. I don't care if the stock comes here, chops 1-2 candles and rips to the moon. I don't care. Okay. Now here's why I don't care. Here's why you have to get over that. Because the minute this candle closes below the 20 period moving average and you tell yourself it might be coming back up, well, what happens if it does this? Okay. What happens if it does that? What happens if it does that? Now, when you could have taken a small loss somewhere in here, now you're sitting on a very large loss here, especially if you're playing options. Okay, let's say you continue to hold. Let's say we start doing this and now we come back up. And now you start telling yourself, trade's coming back. Look how far away you are still from this entry above the initial 20 period moving average. So even if you do this, it could still do that. Now, do you want to be stuck in that trade? I know I don't, and you shouldn't either. So we have to have a game plan. We have to have rules, and we need to follow those rules regardless. Trading is all about numbers. This is a numbers game. The more trades you put on, the more trades you stick to your trading plan, the more profitable you're going to be, the more comfortable you're going to be, the more confident you're going to be. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Just getting back into this trade here. Our entry is here. We do get confirmation here. This wick could have faked you out. You would still be in the trade. However, we did not close below the 20 period moving average. We did come down here on this candle, test it, consolidation, now rip. Okay, so this price that we would have entered into would have been somewhere in the vicinity of around 1584, 1586, somewhere in that vicinity. We screamline higher to 1595, 1604, 1616. This is enough of a move. On a stock like Shopify, you go at the money, close to the money, a little bit outside the money, these contracts are going to move in dollars, in hundreds, okay? Depending on how many you take, thousands. It just depends. We do get our first little pullback. We still are above the 20 period moving average and we scream higher. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an example how you can add to the trade. If you entered the trade here and we pulled back to the 20 period moving average, this just created a flag. As soon as we break that flag, you would add to your entry here. We scream line higher. We pull back. Okay. We just created another flag. We stayed above the 20 period moving average. You would add to your position somewhere in here. We scream line higher, start to chop around sideways, and now we get this breakdown. And as soon as we get this touch and close below the 20 period moving average, would be your exit. And this price was currently 1629, guys. We entered somewhere down here around 1580, 1590. Guys, this is a 30, 40 point move. Okay, 30 to 40 point move. This is using the 5-minute time frame. This is using only one indicator. That is the 20 period simple moving average. Guys, this candle closes below. You have to stop out. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. I do not care if it comes here, trade sideways, and does this. I do not care, because the minute you think it's going to do this, okay, is the minute it does this. Okay, hope that makes sense. Please like, subscribe, comment on this video. Very, very simple strategy. However, this strategy is solely revolves around your personal emotions and how much you can stay disciplined, because it's easy to tell you, yeah, just buy it when it closes over the 20. That sounds easy, but what happens when it's doing this? What happens when at this close of the candle and you look like we're touching the 20 period moving average and your contracts are down 500, your contracts are down 1,000. You took 10 contracts and you're down, $800, Can you stomach that? Can you tell yourself that the trading plan is still intact? Okay. That's the hardest part about trading. It's not telling you to buy here. Okay. It's not telling you to stop out here. Okay. It's not telling you to take profits here. It's not telling you to take profits here. It's not telling you to take profits here. The hardest part about trading is when you get this close, do you take this entry? Okay. Do you take that entry? Maybe you don't. Okay. Maybe you don't. Maybe you say this wicked up so fast and pulled back that it never gave you that confirmation. Okay. Do you take this flag breakout? Do you take this flag breakout? Okay. That's the hardest part about trading, guys. When we close here, do you tell yourself, well, we're going to bounce and go higher? Or do you say, I'm going to follow my rules. I'm going to close out this position. I'm already up a lot. Hope that helps, guys. I will see you guys all in the next video.